Hey guys, welcome back to Wildrift in the Circuit, brought to you by TGT Esports, NotiKINGz, and Esports Hub. You are watching Conquerors League match of TGT Esports versus Levelup India.
Well, Chief, as you said, we have TGT Esports versus Levelup Gaming, and the bans have already started, and we'll be jumping into drafting phase. And looking at the bans, I saw Galio ban coming up. I saw Fiora, Akali, Wukong, Corki. So yeah, we typically saw some respect bans as well as some like meta bans coming in.
Yeah, but especially the meta ban. I mean, I wouldn't say the Fizz ban is a respect ban. I would definitely say that's a meta ban, but we all know how good Snowy is on Fizz. His carry potential on Fizz is insanely OP, and if Fizz was left open, he would have absolutely demolished. I'm also seeing, considering the fact that the main lineup of Levelup isn't playing, the Baron lane of Fear isn't going to be available to them. It's going to be Ninja plays who's going to be fitting out for them. So, I mean, that's definitely going to be affecting the performance of Levelup.
Well, yes, what I feel like, yeah, Zeta means Fear somewhat of was a backbone, was a major carry for Level Up, and him not playing will hit them hard because Ninja, yeah, he is playing substitute, but yeah, he has been not seen that in that many games when it comes to competitive, and like he means we haven't seen him playing with the teams that much a lot. So I think like what is the synergy? How will he cope up with the rotations and the calls? We might see some communication gaps coming from the Level Up Gaming. Let's hope they manage it somehow, because what I feel like Fear brings more to the table right now, and while Ninja coming in, let's see how things roll out for them.
Yep, and we are going to be seeing the bans being happening, and it's going to be the six being immediately picked up by Zayler and six being open. It's going to be, I would have much rather gone for something like, uh, I mean, yeah, six is a decent pick, but for the ADC, I would have definitely gone for the Lucian instead of the Azrael because Lucian provides way more value than the what Azrael can bring to the table.
Well, I really like the comp from the Level Up Gaming side, like a Ziggs and a SL. So they are pretty much going for a poke heavy comp, and they have a very fast wave clear onto their side. Meanwhile, Garen and Braum will be just looking to tank all those damages, and Jarvin being an engager onto the side of I like a hard engager. And yeah, early game, Jarvin is pretty strong out there, so he can become the early game carry, help the all the hyper carry, majorly Jigs and Ezreal to get fed, and eventually they can carry the game. While talking about TGT's comp, what do you think about their comp, Chief?
I mean, yeah, talking about TGT's comp, they do have champions like Nami, they do have champions like Kyrie. So if you're going to be able to land the bubbles, if you're going to be able to land the jumps, you're going to be immediately guaranteed an almost instant kill. So yeah, they have champions, which all depends on how well they're landing the skill shots. If they land the skill shots, it's going to be leading to a kill for that side.
The fact is that look at TGT comps. They have an Ari and an Nami, so they somewhat of are playing around pick off with Ari's charm or Nami's bubble. And let me tell you, we saw anti RR playing these duo like Ari and Nami against Level Up, and they actually dominated that game. Level Up didn't have a chance to initiate any fights. Like whenever Nami was using a bubbles catching someone, Ari was there, Kisle was there to charm them. So Saf and Kisle did play very well into that match. Let's see how does Yash Kasher and Snowy plays compared to them.
Yep, and also talking about the playoffs, so I think this is the game that TGT has to win if they want to be making it to the playoffs, because talking about playoffs, AOT has guaranteed the seat in the playoffs with the number one position still undefeated in yesterday's match. So if you guys missed out yesterday's match, it was between the two most Bahamut teams in the circuit, AOT versus
I don't think so. Anyone missed yesterday's match because both we had around 370 or 350 watching. So yeah, well, everyone was there, and we had health devil. So.
Yep. In case you want to rewatch, just go rewatch. Go watch the second match, because second match was the game where the throw happened. As Crowley went in for the field. So yeah, enough about yesterday's match. Let's talk about this match.
Well, let's look at the top lane. Like, let's see how Ninja is performing against Bishop, because yeah, it's his first time playing in Conquerors League, and well, that too in a type of match that can decide if Level Up goes into playoffs, qualifies for that. So he might be under a lot of pressure here. So I want to see how he performs up against Bishi, who is actually been playing Baron lane, like Ninja being a mid main. He's a mid main and playing Baron here. How he survives against Bishi, I'm pretty excited to watch this.
Yep, and also he's doing pretty decent in the Baron lane because Rishi is the absolute golden Darius, and like it all depends on who's going to be able to get the first blood, right? If Darius is able to get the first blood, he's going to be having the potential to one-shot Garen with the ultimate, but Garen's going to be having the possible. It's going to be Garen who's going to be having the upper edge. So let's see how it works out because the Zinza was already hard for the top lane scuttle, and we might be seeing a possible gank at top lane.
Well, Jinjao did rotate for top scuttle. Meanwhile, Jarvin just went for the bot scuttle. So yeah, we saw a standard scuttle trade happening, but no early ganks coming in from the side of CG. Are you talking about Ziggs looking to just farm up there? Meanwhile, Ari trying to rotate top, but Ziggs just trying to deny him of that.
Yep, and Ari is like still going pretty deep. She's going to be a little bit too deep. She lands a charm, but it's going to be going straight for the buff and not going for anyone else. They're going to be seeing Zinza rotating over, trying to secure the steal, and he was able to secure the steal. Jarvan wasn't able to secure the blue buff, and successful invade coming out by TGT.
Well, with this Jarvin being denied of blue buff, Jarvin, let me tell you, Jarvin Q is a very mana hungry ability on him, and it means at this point TGT is playing very well when it comes to their macro. They are denying Jarvin of his jungle. So being an early game champ and being denied of those necessity farms, like the farms he thrives on, amazing macro, yeah, amazing decision making coming out from TGT here. Well, it can the fact is that Jarvin has no means he has no blue, so he'll be late to level 5. But yeah, I guess he'll reach level 5 for the first Drake.
Yep. And guys, now the live chat is live down below. Who do you think is going to be winning out in Baron lane? Is it going to be Nina on Garen, or is it going to be Darius on? Is it going to be Rishi on Darius? Make sure you support your people. They are honest players champion down in the live stream. Talking about that, Darius is going to be coming out on top of the Baron lane matchup, and it's going to be Darius getting the kill over Garen, Rishi winning out against Nina.
Well, with that, just getting the first blood and getting a huge gold lead advantage over there. Look at, before the first day, TGT has around 1.7, means around 2k of a gold lead on them. And it's an Infernal Drake, and things do not look good for level up at this point. Like TGT managing to get 2k gold lead just before the Dragon Ninja just looking to means clear those farms. Meanwhile, Bishi just sitting in the bush. He might be in for a surprise here.
Yeah, he might be in a bit of a surprise for you, because it doesn't even matter this one, because he's a level 7, so even if he's going to be doing nothing, he can still win on the lane, because Ninja played on Garen is just level 5. Darius has already reached level 7. That's going to be adding to a lot of value just for the Infernal Dragon fight, because Darius is going to be landing 5 stacks. It's an immediate kill. Outlaw this tries best to get the kill on Irie. He went in a little bit too deep trying to get the kill, but he wasn't able to secure, and that's quite unfortunate, because Irie is going to be surviving at 0% HP. That's almost 1%.
We see Jarvin trying to start the Rift Herald. Meanwhile, all the players from the side of TGT are looking to start this Infernal Drake. Are we going to see a trade happening?
Yeah, we haven't seen a trade happening, because Jarvin is even interested in contesting the Infernal Drake, and it's going to be completely dominated by TGT getting the Infernal Dragon starting from nothing. Meanwhile, Jarvan is able to secure the top lane Rift Herald. That is going to be adding a little bit of value, because if you're able to get towers over getting kills, possibly that's going to be adding up to the gold value you have. And we might possibly see another invade happening. Zinza is going to be already the ID landed a top. You might be seeing Ziggs getting in a little bit of trouble, because he was trying to rotate over to help Jarvan out, but yeah.
We see that TGT is just trying to bully the Jinjao here. Whenever they see that Jinjao is on his blue, or they always try to go and make sure that he's not having that breathing space out there to farm with a peace of mind out there. And we can see Jarvin being flustered and on, leaving his blue at that very moment, and he just went to retreat back, went to his wolves, look to take that. Meanwhile, talking about the bot lane here, we haven't seen any actions at the bot lane, but the fact that TGT went for Infernal Drake and Level Up Gaming went for the Rift Herald. If they do not use Rift Herald efficiently here, it's just a waste. Well, talking about TGT getting Infernal Drake, they'll be having that extra early game damage. Well, with that,
we might be seeing bottom line Jarvan having a really great ultimate, but the damage isn't that. Grom is going to be ending up falling. Jarvan is going to be ending up falling. They were pretty close to get the kill on Nami, but Nami is going to be solving 0% HP. Follow-up coming out with TGT, the Lucian coming in, Jinza coming in, tanking every single bit. And they're again possibly looking for a tower dive. Jinza is going to be looking at the Iris Charm that's going to be landing perfectly under the stick. Tower dive is going to be coming, definitely get 40 kills. Lucian is trying his best to get the kills, and he is going to be able to secure these kills as well. And with that, TGT has won that fight in a proper 4-0 trade.
Meanwhile, talking about mid, we might see Darius getting a solo kill somehow. Jarvin jumps in to save Ninja over there. he survived through thick and thin there. But with that, TGT Esports managing to get a tower. So well, with this, I guess level of giving getting that Rift Herald was no use to them, because losing tower and Drake, and well, not getting anything in return of that. Well, that's really means bad for level up gaming at this point.
I mean, the conditions definitely not look favorable in the favor of Levelup, but unless and until they are able to stack up all the ultimates, Astral ultimate on top of Jarvan's ultimate, with the six stars the cleanup, they still do have a chance of coming clean up this fight. But we are missing another tower that's happening at top. Ninja 3 and Bubble Chicken getting directly down on the face and it's falling through the barriers, and the top tower is falling down as well. Meanwhile, Levelup is trying their best to make counter map plays happening. They are really going in for the bottom turn in the bottom lane, but TGT is not going to be stopping. Yeah, they're going to be going for another jump, and they're going to be landing another jump. It's going to be Taylor who's going to be falling this time, and that TGT is looking very dominant in this game.
I like how TGT is playing. They know they have Ziggs and SEL. They aren't going for team fights. Like they are making sure that let's take skirmishes out there. Let's catch them one by one, and that's what they are doing. They are just diving someone under their tower and then making the team fight into 4v5 and then dominating everything.
They are dominating every single fight, and look at the score as well. 0 kills, 0 deaths on side of TGT. Yeah, meanwhile, Levelup has faced 7 deaths. I mean, this can definitely say how the not Baron difference, I would say, because it's quite, they're losing in every single lane, right? It's not just Baron difference.
Well, Ziggs going Morello here. Well, I feel like you want anti-heal, and Braum could have gone anti-heal up there, and Ziggs could have built his poke, because right now they need damage most of all. And Ezreal just being up on one and a half item. Meanwhile, looking at Lucian, he has 2 items up.
Look at the 2 items up there already doing so much damage, and they already got the Nami that was that. Even Nina is going to be falling to the Darius from landing only 1 Darius definitely sure use the God King over here. It's going to be Darius to inside. Nina in the bottom lane, they are going to see the fight happening at the break. If Jarvan was able to get 2 of these kills, Jinzao might be in trouble because they are going to be crossing in the kill. Jinzao might fall as well. Darius is going to be using teleport. That's going to be a little bit delayed because the fight has already happened. If Darius can see the fight around, let's see what's going to be happening. If Darius can get just 3 triple kill starts for them, he is going to be going in trying to get all of these kills. He is going to be able to get the kill on Zayda. He is going to be able to get the reset. He gets the double kill on Jaron as well. He is doing shades with Asiel. Can Asiel survive with the onslaught coming out with Darius? Darius is going to be using that ultimate, but Darius is going to be using up the barrier to survive that. And wait! Okay, Garen was just sad and stay today for Darius, but not before Darius was able to get the triple kill.
Well, Darius with 6 kills giving a shutdown to Garen, but with this, we might say Darius is the most fed champion. He is 10k gold. He has Sterax and in Triforce up. He even has a TP up, so well with that, he's pretty much ahead in this game.
That's pretty much ahead, and that also comes in terms of goal, right? The goal between the Garen and that is way too much, and that's really another 4-10 fight coming out by Levelup. They are trying his best to fight over that, but Nina's going to be fast on the call. We might be seeing another engage. Lan is there, so Lam is going to be landing. So Nami Opal is going to be landing as well, and Cinder is going to be going mercilessly getting all these kills. But Lucian, man,
playing way too good here. He prioritized Garen over there. Garen having no armor against, like, no random summon up there, was not able to survive Prophet over there, and he got melted. And with that, I guess TGT getting Mountain Break and will be looking to start the Baron. Yes, they have, and they are looking to get that. We see Jarvan again being bullied up there a lot. He goes for a steal. Okay, no.
I mean, they are literally just playing with him because they know that Jarvan can't do anything over there. They know that Jarvan can't do anything. They were literally waiting for Jarvan to come in. They let him come inside, and then they're taunting him around because they know that Jarvan in a 1 vs 5 scenario can't do anything. Jarvan did have a desperate engage trying to steal up the Baron, but wasn't successful enough. And TGT was able to secure the Baron in that.
The fact is that I'm just surprised, like, Ezreal has Mana Moon, but why is he up going too anti? Like, you cannot double your anti with, like, they do not stack up. If I'm not wrong, they do not stack up as per.
Yeah. We're killing 2 executions falling. It's not going to be stacking up. Definitely bad choice of execution by Kaven. And this actually shows that how much quality fighting is now. But I mean, it doesn't even matter at this point because the game is pretty much over because they have the Baron Mob. Darius is quite
Well,
ahead
it's
and Darius
11 minutes into the game. It's around 12k goal lead. So you can say 1k means 1k goals per minute. So with that, you can come to a conclusion with that. And 518 scores. Level Up Gaming playing on a very they are playing a very passive game, and well, that is because Darius got fed into the early game. They managed to get the Infernal Break, and they have like Infernal and Mountain Dragon, so they have that damage and that sustain onto their side. So it's good for that Darius in the end.
Yeah, I mean, now that the Baron Mob is over, now that the two inhibitor Thanos have fallen as well, it's going to be quite hard for Level Up to come back in this game. And we are going to be seeing the third inhibitor fall in a very short while as well. Maybe that ultimate is going to be coming up, but that's absolutely which I think was that trying to clear out the minions, but I mean,
The damage from Fizz is insignificant at this point. He got caught off like he got caught there by 2 or 3 times. Look at his score. He's 052. He has no damage. He's on 6k gold. Meanwhile, Ari just being up by 4k gold. So well, comparing the mids here, like we can actually see a huge diff when it comes to the champions and the player. And I guess this happened because well, not good. I'm not actually targeting and all, but Ninja was being a mid main playing at the top. Yeah, that's just what happened here. Like Bishi dominated him, and in the end, when there came a top diff, eventually led to it changed the whole team fight scenario for Level Up Gaming, and eventually TGT dominated with that.
I mean, now that TGT has pushed her on all the lanes, they have a story going on with Core, and I think possibly looking to end the game as well. Unless Jarun is going to do any flashy plays, but that's not going to be happening because Nami Elephant is going to be there to touch everything and one of Darius had an amazing hold trying to get a kill, but Nina is going to be falling, Jarun is going to be falling, we are going to be seeing another tower come out. It's going to be Bishi getting double kill, I think possibly getting a triple kill as well if he gets the kill on Skill. Yes, he's going to be able to get a kill as well, and then he's his quadra kill, but the Penta was stolen by one. I think the Penta was stolen by one of them. What's wrong with that? I think
someone did steal that Penta up there. I didn't notice that.
Penta. I mean, I feel bad for Bishi. He could have actually literally made a shot out of this.
Bishi just losing a clip here, but well. With that, yeah, no surprises there. Bishi just being the dominating one over here. 12-1-2. Insane that is being played by him. 19k damage, 10k damage soaked in. He has 15 assists, and the total gold on him at the end of the game is around 15k. So well, compared to anyone onto the side of Level Up Gaming, he's the most fed champion. And when talking about the gold graph here, the gold was pretty much into the favor, insignificant. You can say that favor into the favor of Level Up Gaming till 2 minutes, but after that point, it was just TGT Darius that was looking to snowball. We can actually say this game was a snowball for Bishi up there, and that helped him eventually carry the game. We see him getting quadras, triple.
Yeah, I mean, also look at the damage number. It was most damage done by Bishi itself. Yeah, Bishi had the most damage because even though he had a lot of steals, but I mean, it doesn't add up to the damage numbers. And that we're going to be coming to an end of the first game. And you're invited in the circuit brought to you by TGT Esports Hub, and NotiKINGz. So, moving on to the second game, what do you feel is going to be happening in the second game?
I feel like we might see another. Well, not gonna lie, but Baron diff some kind of like that, because I feel like Garen early game can actually means if he plays really well, he can win against a Darius. Like you have a silence, and he's pretty much broken in spite of those nerfs, because Garen did receive nerfs, but it was on his damage, not on his tankiness. So if played well, you can actually win. We saw Merium the other day playing that insanely well Garrus against AOT. So well, the fact that Ninja does not play that lane actually would have actually affected his gameplay, and the fact that he hasn't played any of the Conquerors game, and you putting him suddenly into the game can actually pressurize the players a lot. So it's not his fault, like not performing up to the mark and all, and him being a mid main and actually shifting into the top lane, that is the another reason there.
Yep, so I mean, it would be much better for Level Up if they could have just shifted to possibly something like, Nina going in the mid lane, meanwhile, Zeta going top lane, because Zeta does have the champion pool to be played in the top lane. He can play the Pantheon, he can play the Gragas. So I really hope there's a little bit of change happening.
Well, means this time I think they Code Excalibur and everyone from the side of TGT or on the blue side, they might even, if let me tell you, if they leave Fizz open, I'm pretty sure Snowy will go Fizz up there. And if they leave Fiora open by any chance, Bishi will just pick that champion because he knows that he can carry his team with that. So we might see that. Well, last game, even though all the shiny plays were coming out from the Darius up there, Bishi, but eventually, if you see the fights, Lucian was the one was also doing a lot of damage. His targeting and prioritizing were like on the point up there, and he melted that Ganon. And no one going. I feel like we didn't see any random summon coming from the side of Level Up Gaming there. So yeah, no one going that item. Eventually, like no one was there to tank. I didn't notice. Did anyone go random summon in the last game?
No, I don't think anyone went handle so many. For the matter, even I didn't notice what happened over there.
Well, with that, we'll be jumping into the second game. The ban phase will be starting soon, so we are seeing the bans have started. Galio Fizz, Wukong, Fiora, Corki, Darius. So well, yeah. After that insane Darius game, like it's no surprise Level Up Gaming banning that Darius. Like they know that if you give Bishi another Darius, eventually gonna stop the game.
Yep, man. So I think Darius ban is going to be coming out. If it's not going to be coming out because Darius Bishi is going to be going on a complete rampage on Darius again. So they know that that's going to be happening because Fear is still not back and the Baron difference might be real this game as well. So they're just going to be, that I don't want Bishi to carry this game in the second game as well. So they're just going to be banning out Darius.
Well, we might see, as you said, we might see a Baron diff happening because yeah, that what happened into the last game. Like yeah, Ninja wasn't there present in the team fight, and eventually Level Up Gaming. There was a point there where Jarvin got triple kill. Outlaw did manage to get triple kill, but Darius did come into the end with the TP, and well, he had extra gold, so he had the TP. So with that, the Baron diff comes into the action, and where he just looked to go for a cleanup. He got 2-3 kills. In the end, Ninja came. He respawned, got a kill on Darius, but after that point, Darius was pretty much fed and he looked to snowball into the game.
Yep, and now that all the bans over here, we are going to be starting with the last phase pretty soon. So what do you feel like we picked up this time? Because Diana is open, so we might be possibly seeing
Snowy. Well, Snowy is a Diana main. Like he has been playing many Dianas into this Conquerors League, and well, Snowy might go Diana. We might see Prophet on a Tristana, or even he might go Kaisa too. Like we have seen, he prefers those champs over anything else. Talking about Level Up, I feel like Zeta might be, well, Galio and all being banned again, and Ziggs not being banned. I feel like yeah, they might again go for a Ziggs, or yeah, Diana also being open, they might even go for that. Zeta being one trick Kata, like his Katrina is so good. Like so, if he sees like there aren't any CC and Katrina can be a viable choice, he might go. He might even go down.
Yeah. I don't know. I really want to be seeing a Diana being picked up. Also, people in the chat, Crowley especially, really, we want to see the Master E being picked up in this game.
Well, let me tell you, the fact is that yeah, Conquerors League, what I feel like, yeah, the Conquerors League players, like they played too safe and all, but just look at Contenders League. We saw Senna, Nasus being picked, we saw a Master E, Lulu mid. So the fact is that yeah, we are seeing those kind of picks in the Contenders League, but not in Conquerors. That makes Contenders more interesting in my thought.
And we're going to be seeing the the picks come out, and the immediate wrong pick by Yash Crusher. I mean, yeah, he was picking the army in the previous game, and he's going to be taking a tanky champion. This game he's going to be preferring to go something like a Brom. We're going to be seeing Nina playing on his Zen. So
okay. Okay, Ninja preferring to go Akali up here. Well, let me tell you, I have played with Ninja's Akali. It's pretty decent. And Zeta looking to go Twisted Fate. So we have an Akali top. We have Zeta playing mid with a Twisted Fate. So well, with this, they have a pretty decent comp. They have an assassin who will be looking to delete. But look at TGT. They have so much tankiness onto their side. They have Yashkasha, Graves, Jungler. So jungle. So into the late game, third ability stacks up those armor. So he even becomes tanky. And Graves did receive some kind of buff into the late game and getting a nerf into the early game. So with that, Graves will become much more of a tank. Again, Renekton being picked against an Akali, I feel like, but no, going Gragas, yeah, somewhat of a good answer to that Akali. And Snowy going Camille into the mid lane.
I mean, yeah, he wants to pick up the Z in the mid lane, but he's just gonna be, I think, swapping off because Z in the mid lane again, something like, okay, he's gonna be finally picking up the Z. So how does Z do against Twisted Fate in lane? Because
Well, let me tell you,
the
the fact
champions
is
by
that
level up.
the Twisted Fate is pretty squishy out there. Even Kaisa won't be completing Zonya's first on the first Drake. So it's easy for Zed to target any squishy champions out there. So I feel like, yeah, early game Zed might help them carry the game. And meanwhile, Lucian, well, what I feel like, yeah, if they are looking to snowball with the comp, whereas Level Up Gaming are looking to just, I don't know what their plan is, because they have a Lee Sin and Minato looking to go Thresh not being that much of a tanky champion here. Like, yeah, Thresh is considered under a tank and all, but let me tell you, bro, I feel like he's too squishy when it comes to the game and all. So let's just see. Like, I don't see a proper frontline. Yeah, Thresh can be, but he'll die soon. I feel like that he'll be melted.
I mean, yeah, Thresh, I mean, I really want to see some flashy plays come on with Thresh because Thresh is champion. He has a lot of outplay potential. And if he's going to be, utilizing that well, he's going to be able to turn the entire game around. And, especially with Minato, from what I know, he's a top 50 Thresh.
Yeah, Minato is a top 50 Thresh, but the fact is that he that is into a solo queue. The game comes to a team fight scenario. Yeah, Thresh will do all the things, but what will the team? If there's no follow for Thresh, then there's no point picking a Thresh.
Yep, and we're going to be seeing Invade come out by TGT going straight for the blue buff of Leeson. Meanwhile, Leeson doing the complete same on the other side of the map. Leeson going for the blue buff of TGT Esports and Zero try to back him up. So, I mean, we might be seeing some fights happening because Snowy is already there. Minato is already coming back up. So, Snowy might be in a little bit of trouble over here.
We see Invade coming from this. No surprise, you have a Graves ROM, you can go for Invade. So yeah, blue Invade coming in, but Level Up again going with a counter Invade and yeah, getting the blue for Lee Sin up there. But Lee Sin being a champion, you do not need your blue. Yeah, you can look to early gank and all. And as I say, Lee Sin is a ticking time bomb. So if Outlaw does not make any flashy plays and if he does not play around the ganks and making sure that Akali gets a kill or Kaisa, these like any champion who can snowball into the game, if he helps them to get a kill, then it's good to go. But other than that, Lee Sin into the great game won't be that good against that Graves.
Yeah, exactly. Because Graves is going to be insanely, scaling up insanely higher than Leeson. And as I said, right, if Leeson is not able to make this place happen in the early game, there's nothing. I mean, Level Up can even do it. Because when you have champions like, when you have very late game oriented team comp where you have the Kaisa, where you have the Twisted Fate, you need to make the Leeson unable plays just so that they can get into late game.
Talking about Twisted Fate, do you remember yesterday we saw like Blizzard playing such an insane Twisted Fate yesterday? His yellow cards were so on point, and well, I guess wasn't he the MVP of that game?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Blizzard on his Twisted Fate was absolutely amazing. Every single yellow card he had was leading to
it was just like his Ari, like he has like those insane charm, like his charm rate, he lands all his charm. It was just like his Ari, like he was getting all those yellow cards in, and well, that's done was helping AOT to catch the players of BOH, and with that they eventually won the game.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we are going to be seeing the engage come out and Minato escaping at 0% HP. If Kaisa had been, not Kaisa, sorry, if Prophet had been a little bit more aggressive, would have possibly got the kill on Thresh, but no, unfortunately, Thresh survives and no, left to say another day.
Well, Thresh somehow survived the game, and Kaiser just looking to clear those waves and draw. Well, with this, well, let me tell you, Lucian being that early game champ, and he has some sort of prior into the game, and like Lucian has that early game aggressiveness when it comes to the laning phase. So yeah, eventually he wins. So no surprises there.
Yep. Bottom lane, we are already seeing the gank happening. Lucian all there for the gank, and we might be seeing the kills happening, but the kills are not going to be happening. Grom again surviving it at slipper of HP. Kaiser should have played a little bit more aggressive. Like, if Thresh landed one of the single hook, they would have possibly got a kill, but that doesn't happen, unfortunately. And I mean, 3 minutes into the game, and we don't have a single that happened on any of the sides. So, it basically means that Lee Sin is not doing enough.
Well, yeah, the fact is that if you see like Lee Sin, yeah, before the 4 minutes, you need to make sure that you get those 1 or 2 kills for your team. But yeah, we haven't seen that coming from the side of Level Up, or you can say from the side of Outlaw, we have the first Drake spawning in. It's again Inferno Drake. I hope Level Up does not make the same mistake and go. Well, they have a late game comp, so yeah, they can actually deny that and look to drag this game into the late game. But the fact is that they have to survive then, because if we have seen, if TGT gets a slight advantage, they look to capitalize on that, and TGT then looks to snowball and just storm.
I mean, I really want to be seeing a proper fight happening because it's going to be Akali. Because he has to make this plays happen because Lee Sin hasn't been able to make all these plays. So let's see what Akali is going to be planning to do because Kratos has recalled, Akali has recalled. All of them are slowly moving towards the Infernal Dragon, and Lee Sin has already started Drake Fresh already being hard to wipe it up, keep it up. So mid in the ball, in the mid lane, we're going to be seeing, Jet's being a little bit aggressive. We're going to be seeing the principal ultimate come on. Graves has been using the pop-up and come straight into the pit, and we might be seeing a fight happening here. We already saw the fight happen. We are going to be seeing Snowy getting picked up. So this is going to be surviving this Thrush onslaught. Snowy surviving at 0% HP. Meanwhile, Kaisa, I mean, in a little bit of hard positioning, going back straight to the lane, and I think this Level Up is going to be skipping this dragon.
Well, with this, yeah, Level Up again looking to skip this dragon as Lee Sin was poked down a lot there. So yeah, with this, Level Up won't be like they aren't in a situation to go for a dragon fight. Akali and all try to go for that engage on Graves, but yeah, with that, I think TGT will be looking to go for a Rift Herald, and we might see a fight happening at the Rift eventually.
I mean, that I don't think there's going to be a fight happening at Rift because they're not in Level Up is not in position to contest with Rift because they just got flag and they just got the fight. Lee Sin is trying to make some counter map plays happening in the bottom side, trying to get a kill on Prophet, trying to shut him down, but that's not going to be happening either because Prophet on his solution is absolutely godly. All he needs to do is just clear out that 1 minion, but Level Up is going to be hard in the bottom lane. Twisted Fate is also there as well. Prophet being a smart player, not even being that, so they can even get a possible kill. Meanwhile, TGT gets
what
the
call, Level Up just denied their middle tower for a bot lane tower. Let me tell you, well, with this, let me tell you what happened. TGT Esports got a Inferno Drake, they got a Rift Herald, and they eventually got a tower in the mid, and they are looking to push this middle tier 2 tower eventually with the Rift Herald. So
TGT is also pushing the top lane as well. Every single lane has been pushed.
Well, let me tell you, Level Up Esports is losing every grounds they have. Like they lost 2 mid-tier towers, they lost some chunk of a plating from the top tower. They lost they lost all the objectives. They allow
happening. The specific is going to be landing on the ground, not having any significant damage. It's going to be Gragas is getting the first one. A fight happening after so long, and it's going to be Gragas getting the kill. Yeah, this trying his best, trying to deal damage on the backline, but it's not going to be enough because it's the Lucian's finally coming. Lucian is trying to make some flashy plays happen, but Lucian is still surviving. The Gragas is still surviving, trying to get the kill, and he might possibly get a kill, and with that, he's getting a plain ace by TK.
Well, Ninja did try his level up. He means his level best up there. He got double kill if I'm not wrong, double or triple kill. But in spite of that, Gragas was there to tank everything, and in the end, well, with that, as I told you, Gragas is much more preferable. With the side of TGT has more sustain, whereas Level Up Gaming is just more squishy when it comes to their comp. If they really want to fight, they have a Twisted Fate, so they have to look to catch someone with the yellow card kill and make the fight 4v5. Apart, if they do not, they are eventually going to lose every freaking thing on the map, and the fact is that TGT is just way better with their macro at this point, and they are winning in every way they can.
Yeah, but they're winning in every way they can, and also they're going to be mostly trying to get the possibly a comeback, maybe not a comeback, I mean, it's a minus setback. They get the kill on Graves, so one kill, at least something's happening on the side of Level Up.
But they did manage to get a kill, but Lucian did manage to get chunked down another tower at the bot lane, so the TGT somewhat of answered that kill with getting a tower up there. We see Snow using his ult on Minato, and yeah, Minato dies to that.
Yep. I mean, Zed is doing so much damage to this. Basically means that Rush is a very weak champion. Akali is going to be getting caught out over here. We are going to be seeing Braun use up his Fisher, not really landing on anyone, but yeah. And also, yeah, we have the Gamers Toys Cheeky Bhai in the live chat, so welcome Cheeky Bhai. If you guys didn't know that TGT is one of the sponsors of the circuit, so if you don't follow them on the socials, we have linked them down in the description below, so make sure you do follow them on all the social media.
Well, yeah, this event was possible because of one of the sponsors such as Cheeky Bhai. So yeah, guys, do go follow his social handles. He's on YouTube, The Gamer Toys. Make sure that you subscribe his channel. Well, with that, we have Ocean Drake spawning up soon. So I think this will be the means what the last nail into the coffin. If TGT manages to win this fight, they will eventually look to just stomp the game. Well, they are stomping, but they will eventually it will confirm their victory.
I mean, this is going to be confirming the victory. You're going to be seeing Graves walking straight on this. Graves is going to be getting caught over that level up, finally making some place up and getting the kill. Akali going a little bit too deep. That's not what shouldn't be happening. Akali went a little bit too deep. The thrush lands on the Jimmy insanely. Saves the day for Akali, and this might be the fight where the comeback is going to be happening. Renato is going to be taking the brute force of the culling and ends up falling immediately. TGT finally, all of them being backed up again, getting using Precipitate use of his ulti, but that's not going to be mattering because they have lost the fight and they are going to be on a rampage. Because look at Lucian's goal. Lucian has the essence up.
Lucian having those items up, and Kaisa not even getting a chance to complete her Q. Like, yeah, she has a Q evolved, she has a second evolution, but the fact is that she has no items, and Lucian just being up by 2 items. That is the fact that comes into the question here. And yeah, they got 2 kills, but eventually the TGT is just fed a lot at this point, so they are actually dominating.
They're dominating this game, and we are going to be seeing Precipitate died out once again. It's going to be falling. We might be seeing a possible, let's on Kaisa as well. Kaisa is going to be dying with that. We are going to be seeing a Brom come up, but Brom, no, wait, the Kaisa did a very good outplay, but it ends up eventually falling to the Zed. Kaisa did her best over there, trying to make some outplays, but it didn't really work out at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah, she did try to do something, but yeah, well, you are up on, like, it's 10 minutes into the game, like the other ADCs are up by 2k gold, and Kaisa not having that items is just, well, eventually,
like, again, the blind monk going in blindly and ends up dying. I mean, this literally means oh my god, what the fuck, the Thresh! Lantern just saved the Lee Sin. Amazing plays coming out by Thresh.
well, not gonna lie, the way Thresh is playing,
I mean, no matter what the game of the results is, the MVP of the game is really Minato for me because all of these plays which he's making, all of these, all of these taxi outplays, the ones which you don't expect, and this is what you should be expecting out of Thresh. Even though the fight has gone completely, in the favor of TGT, they are going to be stomping out this game, finally getting the kill on the fifth fight as well. But Thresh, that play, that thing which saved Lee Sin from admin and death, fucking OP that was.
well, like last game, you could have said the game was a barren diff, but look at this game. We see Lucian being the one dominating this game, while Kaisa just being like she's like underwhelming in this game. Like we haven't seen any coming out of Kevin so far, and the fact is that Lucian being up on 614, like his score is 10.2k gold, and Kaisa just being at 6.6k. At this point, we can say that this game is going to like you can actually come to a conclusion that it is somewhat of an ADC diff.
I mean, yeah, ADC diff is always real because when you're this far ahead in the game, and you can't do anything with the Kaisa because I don't really want to say ADC diff, but it is what it is. It is ADC diff because Prophet is a way better player than Kevin is. So
well, it's not about the way better play. It's about like how well you are accustomed to your calls and all, and the fact that how well you are confident on on that champion, how well you are aware of your map sense. Everything comes to when you are playing an ADC. Like you need to make sure that you have that proper position so you aren't caught out.
Okay, we might be seeing a fight happening here. We are going to be seeing Nina getting caught out by the Bronx and when that. We're going to be seeing again another amazing nothing but not by Crush saving the Lucy from an that. I mean, this is how. I'm loving how Minato is playing right now on his Thresh.
Well, see, the fact is that as I told you, Thresh does bring much utility on the onto your team, but the fact is that you need a proper follow up. But coming back to the team fights, we see TGT just dominating at this point. They are getting kills on that Thresh, and with this, I guess TGT has a chance to take Baron.
Yeah, they're getting all of these kills. They end up getting the kill on Twisted Fate. They ended up getting kill on Akali. They end up getting kill on Minato. They are again going to be going at all of these constant tower effects. Akali trying her best. We might be possibly seeing a pentakill by not penta, maybe a quadra kill by Lucian.
Well, Akali just ran to the fountain, so yeah, Ninja somehow survived that and denies Lucian of that quadra over there. But
quadra, but the game just gave him a legendary. Start this game.
Well, the Prophet is playing insanely here. Look at his score right now, 915. Graves playing like a support 0 for 12. I feel sad for Snowy up there, but the fact is that yeah, he's the one bringing out those damages in and everything, helping in with those early pokes, and also it's helping them. And again, another fact coming into the action, you have two crit champions. Like TGT has two crit champions, and we haven't seen any Randuin Toman onto the side of the Level Up Gaming. So yeah, that's a bad choice. That's why they are getting melted over.
Yep. And if another fight is going to be happening, it is going to be leading to the final clip in a call. I mean, the final
Well,
clip and
yeah,
losing is going to be lying over.
15 minutes into the game, you had TGT Esports has around like what 17k gold lead on them. They have two inhib towers. They have all the objectives that the map had to provide, and they are looking to just push down those nexus in, because they are like, yeah, let's go in. We don't need any balance of. We'll just look to initiate the fight and get those kills, and yeah, eventually win the game.
And the damage from Lucian is so insanely OP. He's melting every single one up. He possibly might be getting a kill in the fountain as well, but even though he doesn't get, the game is over and thing is done. With this victory, TGT wins the series 2-0 versus Levelup, and I guess they are cementing their position into the playoffs. So congratulations to TGT to making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, with this, I guess, yeah, TGT does manage to make it to playoffs. But the fact, let's talk about the game a bit. Yeah, we saw first game, we saw some sort of a barren div, but this game, let me tell you, Ninja did play his level best. He went into his Akali, he got those. If there was someone to sustain, and like, yeah, Thresh was a better choice. I guess Outlaw could have gone somewhat of a tanky jungle. Was I guess Wukong wasn't bad, or even a Jarvin into this case could have been useful. No, not Jarvin, but some tankiness could have been useful here. So the fact is that them not going for another guy that can sustain for them costed Level Up this game. And yeah, ADC at the end of the game somehow managed to complete her walk. Kevin, yeah, that's another sad part on the side of Level Up Gaming. Meanwhile, Prophet just looking to get that MVP 12-1-7. Didn't Vishy also go 12 kills into the last game?
I think he got, I think, around 13 kills, if I'm not wrong.
13 or 14, something similar to that. So yeah, Prophet getting the MVP had no surprises. He did play well, and yeah, Level Up not choosing to anyone from the side of Level Up, like Tank majorly not opting to go random summon, did actually was a blunderous part, and that's why they were getting melted, because they had a Graves with Navari's quick blade and a Solari charge blade. Meanwhile, Lucian with that crit, like he has all the crit items, so yeah, you should look to go. Meanwhile, Gragas was there to tank, Yash Kasha was there to tank, and even, well, you could have seen Cold Excalibur was doing somewhat of a frontlining, so they had a lot of sustain. And Snowy was just there to just pick off one guy, either the ADC or the Twisted Fate.
I was looking at the Bronx build. Why has he gone so much? Why even before the Spirit Twist? No, that's not a Spirit Twist also. What's that item called?
Yeah, that's. I'm forgetting the name, by the way.
I mean, I've never seen this item being built on any single tank, and Yash Kasha having the balls to go this random item.
Warmonk's armor, if I'm not wrong.
I mean, what does this item even do?
But yeah, with that we come to at the end of our stream. Congratulations to TGT Esports making into the playoffs. Yeah, and well played to Level Up Gaming. In spite of them not, let me say, fear wasn't there. So yeah, we could have seen the carry factor wasn't present for Level Up Gaming up there. So yeah, that actually eventually was the one of the reason that they lost this game.
So congratulations TGT on making it to the playoffs, and with that we're going to be coming to an end of today's stream. So if you don't know, you're watching Wildrift in the Circuit, brought to you by by TGT Esports, Esports Hub, and NotiKINGz, production by Levelup Gaming. So good night.